Scientific studies have always been central to Leonardo da Vinci's work, and his anatomical sketches, in particular, are of such remarkable quality and precision that, in many ways, he deserves to be considered one of the greatest scientists of the Renaissance. For over 500 years, one of Leonardo's sketches remained a mystery. Da Vinci is part of a long lineage of artists who, from the ancient Egyptians to the early Christians and Tibetans, have taught us that art is more than just expression. It is a medium, a hidden channel in plain sight, found within the pages of his countless notebooks. At first glance, one of his invention sketches may look like just a tangle of wheels and gears, another of his curious creations. But, as always, there's something more. Leonardo imagined himself as an engineer before he thought of himself as an artist, and that vision is evident in his drawings. They not only illustrate his technical brilliance but also reveal an uncanny foresight, a capacity to almost predict the future. Yet, historians have long whispered that this particular design was different, something Leonardo never spoke about, something that could change the way we understand his genius. Thanks to new scientific investigation techniques, we can now truly delve into his paintings and understand how Leonardo worked to perfect them over long periods of time. For 5, 10, even 20 years, he focused on something incredibly specific, something uniquely his own. Recently, new examinations of the pages have brought this sketch back into the spotlight, suggesting a purpose that could rewrite history. What exactly did Leonardo imagine? Let's find out. When we think of Leonardo da Vinci, our minds are filled with images of flying machines, breathtaking anatomical sketches, and, of course, his masterpieces in art. However, what many don't know is that hidden within the pages of his notebooks is something far more intriguing. Something that could have changed the course of history, but was buried for centuries. What if I told you that Leonardo da Vinci, long before anyone else, sketched a machine capable of performing automatic calculations? You must be wondering, how is that possible? Well, in one of the notebooks he left behind, specifically a sketch from 1493, Leonardo drew a machine composed of wheels, levers, and gears, seemingly disconnected from any immediate practical use. At first glance, it seemed like just a simple mechanism, perhaps part of a clock or an ingenious toy. But, as you look closer, the pieces began to fit together in a way that would surprise scientists and engineers centuries later. The revelation of calculations. What Leonardo had in front of him wasn't just another crazy invention. It was a machine that, when turned, made numbers move. Interconnected wheels, marked with numbers from 0 to 9, and gears that, when turned, affected each other. To modern scholars, this is a mechanical calculator. Leonardo had, in some way, sketched the foundation of a device to add and subtract something that would not be invented until over 150 years later by figures like Blaise Pascal and Wilhelm Schickard. But the big question is, why didn't he build it? And more importantly, why did he keep it so hidden? We know that Leonardo was cautious with his most innovative projects, often using mirror writing to hide his most radical ideas. And this was no different. He knew the power such a machine would have, and perhaps preferred to keep it buried, away from those who could misuse it. After all, in the late 15th century, the world wasn't ready to understand what Leonardo was proposing. The mystery of secrecy. Over the centuries, Leonardo's notebooks were scattered, and this sketch remained lost, a mere curiosity among many others. It was only in the late 20th century, with advancements in technology, that this drawing was finally rediscovered and analyzed more deeply. And when researchers began reconstructing the model based on the sketches, they were stunned. The machine worked. From the gears, it was possible to perform basic arithmetic operations like addition and subtraction, something that was believed to be an innovation of later centuries. AI's role in the revelation. But that's not all. Using modern methods, such as high-resolution scanning and artificial intelligence, scientists were able to uncover even more hidden secrets within the drawing. What seemed like a simple scribble now appeared to be a complete engineering project. The AI was able to reconstruct the erased parts, highlighting notes that indicated that, yes, Leonardo was designing a calculating machine, much more advanced than most could imagine. And what else did they find? Some sections of the drawing had been intentionally crossed out or covered. What was he trying to hide? Did Leonardo know this invention had the power to change the world? Did he deliberately choose to keep it secret, fearing the impact it might have? The delayed revolution. Imagine what could have happened if this invention had been built and used in Leonardo's time. Would the scientific revolution have happened faster? Could the great discoveries of engineering, astronomy, and commerce have emerged much earlier? Or, as some theories suggest, was medieval society simply not ready for such a radical invention? Regardless of the answers, what is clear is that Leonardo da Vinci was far ahead of his time. He had glimpsed something that humanity wouldn't achieve until centuries later. And looking at this hidden sketch, we see that what he left behind wasn't just art or inventions for his time. It was something that could have changed the world forever. Now, after all the mystery and discovery, you're also part of this journey. Have you ever wondered how the world would be different if this invention had been realized? If this story has surprised you so far, leave your like so more people can discover this historical secret with you. And who knows, if Leonardo had taken one more step, the history of technology might have started much earlier than we imagined. For the audience, the discovery is both exciting and humbling. It challenges our assumptions about progress and innovation, forcing us to reconsider the story we tell about human ingenuity. The very existence of an idea like the mechanical calculator makes us wonder, how many other inventions or concepts have remained hidden, waiting to be rediscovered? Ultimately, the mechanical calculator is more than just an invention, it's a monument to curiosity, experimentation, and foresight. It reminds us that even if an idea remains incomplete or hidden over time, its impact can reshape our understanding of the world centuries later. The machine itself may never have existed beyond the paper, but its influence still resonates today, inspiring engineers, historians, and thinkers to look deeper, question assumptions, and explore the limits of what was once thought impossible. And you, do you know any other invention with a fascinating history? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear it.